Hey guys, Memes here. So, as we can see from the title, the Speaker rips, Senator quits, and Corona brought to you by Pangolins? So, we're just going to cover a couple articles really quickly. Just kind of a real quick wrap up to what's going on in the world of news that basically I have yet to cover. So let's delve into it. Don't mind my arbitrary Google searches here, but here we go. Democrats blast Facebook and Twitter over Pelosi's speech ripping video. Let's take a quick look at this beautiful bean footage.
The best is yet to come. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
I mean, there was some positive things in that speech and everything, so Melania looks happy. And Speaker Pelosi didn't look that excited right there. It appears she tore up a copy of the State of the Union speech, which, if one wants to be technical, one could say is a public record that she was destroying. But if you're going to go down that route, what about every single other person and their copy of the speech? Do they hand it back in? Are all these copies accounted for? Or did some folks maybe toss them in the recycling bin, or even worse? That did happen. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Disrespectful, yes. Illegal, I suppose you could make the argument, but basically there's a whole fubbub about it. So apparently, House Democrats, and this is brought to us by Politico, House Democrats blasted Twitter and Facebook on Friday for hosting what they called a misleadingly edited video posted by President Donald Trump that features House Speaker Nancy Pelosi ripping up his State of the Union speech. The incident is the latest test of the company's new policies on manipulated media. Okay. So, and again, there was a controversy before last year where there was a video posted of Speaker Pelosi, and apparently it was slowed down, I believe, by about 25% or so. Kind of made it look like she was slurring her words. That was an edited video. Yes, and apparently Representative David Cicilline, Democrat of Rhode Island, he tweeted Friday, "Hey, at Twitter, this video is clearly edited in a way that's intended to mislead viewers. You should take it down." Okay. I ain't a big fan of censorship and stuff like that. Here's the thing, if it was doctored and everything, but long story short about this, where was it? I thought I had it highlighted there. But basically, here we go. So, and this is a quote. "Sorry, are you suggesting the president didn't make those remarks and the speaker didn't rip the speech?" Facebook spokesperson Andy Stone tweeted in response to Hamill. Here's the thing. That is one of the beautiful things about the whole freedom of speech thing, the ability to actually document things. We can show them. Now, if you're going to manipulate that or edit it in such a way that you're literally transforming into something else, yeah, okay. I do remember that happening, though, whether you like to admit it or not. Apparently, there were some folks calling to C-SPAN that were saying that they were lifelong Democrats and whatnot, and they were going to walk away from the party. Here's the thing, it's disrespectful. Many of my more progressive comrades would say, well, I mean, it's a symbol standing up to President Trump's hate and stuff like that. Okay, well, fair enough. No, it definitely was an act of defiance, and I myself, at times, have done certain disrespectful things, basically tearing off an old sports jacket that I had, and revealing basically a new allegiance and stuff. I believe I was 17 years old in high school. Again, that necessarily shouldn't be an excuse, but when you're the third in line to the presidency, one would think that maybe a little bit more decorum there. And ultimately, the big thing is, yeah, you had the last Tuskegee Airman there. Is there with his grandchild, who is interested in potentially being in the Space Force. Basically, all the other highlights there, you kind of tore up. So whether they support the president or not, it really seems like our decorum is devolving very quickly. So let's just pop into the other breaking news. If you weren't paying attention and or really surprised at all, this Senate ends up acquitting President Trump. over the articles of impeachment here. President Trump was cleared of both impeachment charges. Only Mitt Romney crossed party lines, the lone Republican who voted to convict and remove the president from office. This is brought to us by the New York Times from a Mr. looks like Peter Baker. Apologies if I'm assuming your gender. This really wasn't a surprise to anybody here. The big thing was who ended up crossing the aisle. Well, it was my former governor, Governor Mitt Romney. He highlighted that basically he had taken an oath before God and that he kind of believed that this was the right course of action. My big thing is with all this is I think we haven't forgotten the picture of President Trump sitting down with Mitt Romney when they were discussing his potential role as a future Secretary of State. And I believe on that night that President Trump said he should get the frog's legs. And we have that incredibly awkward picture of Governor Romney with then President-elect Trump. President Trump has the biggest you-know-what eating grin on his face, and Governor Romney did not look too happy then. So, I mean, I have to still believe there's some ill will there, at least in my opinion. But again, there were a lot of allegations and everything. I didn't really see a particular crime cited. But, I mean, if there is an abuse of power, if the president is doing some really scandalous wheeling and dealing, and if it is breaking any type of oaths of office and everything, yeah, the people should know about that. So, where was this? What do we highlight over here? Going down. But, yeah, and then the president, after this, he, of course, tweeted out again the whole Time magazine cover, where I believe his Carpe Doctor made the little mashup of Trump 2020, Trump 2024, Trump 2028, and everything. And the whole, yeah, we realize he's limited to 2 terms. A lot of folks are saying that, oh, well, he's going in and doing this. Maybe, but I'm pretty sure he's trolling you. That's the thing. He's doing it to get your goat. And you keep going for the bait. He's baiting everybody. Oh! I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe there is only so much outrage to go around. I mean, that's the thing. You have to stick to the actual things. That's the thing. And that's why I put up that video the other day. It's like, you want to know how Democrats can defeat President Trump? Stop following him. Here's the thing. Are you one of his followers? Why are you a follower of the president? If you disagree with him so much, or is it what's more important? Actually defeating him, taking away the attention that's being given to him, or just that quick hot take so you can get those likes, those followers, and everything like that. Oh, dude, I'm fully guilty of that as well. But then I have to take a step back and be like, I don't really care. There's just so much toxicity, and I think I'd rather see more cute animal videos in my feed. That's just me personally. I ain't telling folks what to do. I'm just giving my opinion. And the last little thing we want to touch on is apparently there's some speculation going around about the origins of the Wuhan coronavirus. So, this is brought to us by Yahoo News. Caution urged after researchers link pangolin to deadly coronavirus. And if you're like me, you're probably like, what the heck is a pangolin? Apparently, it's this adorable little creature here. At first, I thought that was an aardvark. I'm like, it's an aardvark? The coronavirus is brought to us by aardvarks? But apparently there is a difference, because this actually is a mammal too, and it's the only mammal that has those particular not silica-based scales. But we'll just delve into it real quick. The coronavirus, which is believed to originate in a fish market in the Chinese city of Wuhan, is now spread to more than 25 countries outside of China. The World Health Organization, WHO, has declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. And as you can see, oh, he's so adorable there. But apparently the illegal trafficking of pangolins could be tied to the coronavirus outbreak. And that photo is brought to us by the AP photo from Themba Habibia. Apologies if I butchered your name there. But yeah, apparently this past Thursday, according to Reuters news agency, the South China Agricultural University identified the pangolin as a potential intermediate host, the university said in a statement. This latest discovery will be of great significance for the prevention and control of the virus. Here's the thing. Basically, how did they come about this? So let's just finish reading here what Professor James Wood, the head of Department of Veterinary Medicine, the University of Cambridge, said. The evidence for the potential involvement of pangolins in the outbreak has not been published, other than by a university press release. This is not scientific evidence. Investigations into animal reservoirs are extremely important, but the results must then be published for international scrutiny to allow proper consideration. Simply reporting the detection of viral RNA with a secret similarity of greater than 99% is not sufficient. That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot. But then again, I think, what was it? The difference between a human being and a dog is like, we go from like, it's like 97% as close to us. Maybe that was the other mammalians, kind of like gorillas or chimpanzees or something like that. But it's like, okay, 1 or 2% off. Yeah, even greater than 99%. It is a mammal. We do share a lot of similarities. But, yeah. Oh, yes, this is the world's only scaly mammals, prized in Asia for food and medicine. The scales are made of keratin, there we go, that's what it is, which is the same protein found in rhino horn and human fingernails. Oh, cool, so it's like it's covered in fingernails. Ooh, that doesn't sound as cute. Oh, well, they're in cages there. That makes me very sad. Though protected by international law, illegal trafficking is rife because pangolins meat is considered a delicacy in countries such as China, and scales are used in traditional medicine, according to the World Wildlife Fund. Here's the thing, again, this is why the coronavirus is scary to a lot of folks, because we just don't know. We only have so much information. If we found potential viruses that can actually communicate through species there, that's one of those things. So, I mean, if they have found a similar virus within these creatures, maybe this will help lead to a vaccine, but other than that, Wuhan Jiju. So, Wuhan strong. But just want to give you folks a real quick update on a couple of stories I found interesting throughout this week. And hey, thank you all for watching. Peace out, everybody.